It's big. Every time there's a Conor McGregor fight, it's big. We're in Las Vegas. We're fight capital, you know. International Fight Week, even more crazy. The heat is on. The heat is going to be even more on come Saturday night.
Does it get your blood pumping, the buzz that Conor brings to this sport now that you're matched up against him one again? Does any side of that entertain you and get you fired up knowing that it's going to be the biggest story in sports this week?
Oh, for sure. For sure. I'm excited. You know, we got other big events going on. You know, you got the World Cup going on, and still people are talking about Holloway versus McGregor too. So at the end of the day, it's a great...
In shape, focused. You know, he's a dangerous man. If anybody can come back after 5 years and put it all together and start winning against the best guys, it's Conor. You know, he's a special individual. Even though he's a horrible person and I don't like him, I got to give props where it's due. He has...
Forget all the hype surrounding Conor McGregor's comeback. Max Holloway refuses to buy the media circus for even a second. Yet not everyone views McGregor inside the octagon alike. Others simply judge his comeback differently. Meanwhile, despite...
Today I go out, and that is still a situation where I fight. There's a reason it didn't go where it went, and it went to a civil trial. It is what it is. It stings deep. I continue to fight. I know the truth, and I know that lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. And I know that anything done in darkness will soon come to light. And I trust in God that it's coming. You best believe it's coming. And I look very, very forward to the day.
Max Holloway has also been training with JDM, who's a welterweight himself. What are your thoughts on him choosing JDM as a training partner to emulate you?
That's not going to cut it. Not bad choice. Why not? I seen the little Pitty Pat Mickey Mouse Club training. It looks like a teen amateur fucking... It's not on the level. It's not going to cut it for the ferocity that will be before him in the octagon, as well as the array of weaponry.
As fight week reaches its boiling point, Conor McGregor isn't only defending his name outside the octagon, he's firing a bold warning straight at Max Holloway. While the spotlight follows every move, Holloway has been polishing his game alongside reigning welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena, but McGregor completely brushes those preparations aside. From his perspective, copying his style in the gym is one thing, but surviving the pressure, power, and unpredictability he unleashes on fight night is an entirely different challenge. As confident as ever, McGregor believes Max has been preparing for the wrong version of the fighter waiting to meet him inside the cage.
I know you just kind of described it, but how? How did you get that confidence back to walk in there and face a guy like Max Holloway on Saturday?
Man, I don't know. It's above, brother. It's divine. It's not me. It's above. That's how I feel with it. I could question my own self with that also, but I have it. I'm confident, and I'm going to showcase it. I love this arena. I love fight night, fight week, and God willing, I'm back here next week and the week after. How many weeks is in a year? 54. There you go. You know, I could fight every week if it's a go. You know, before the injury, I had maybe 3 within the year. People don't recall that. And yeah, now there you go. We plan on getting busy here.
Can we get back to that? Or will even the business, will the fight business allow it when you almost get too big to fight that frequently, right? Or can we get back to that level of activity?
I wish for it. I wish for it. So if I'm the man in the arena, right? I'm the one that's making the walk. So if I'm the one who's pushing for it and campaigning for it, I'm sure that is the case. Now I've said my piece with the Ultimate Fighting Championship and their staging of my bouts, and they've said their piece, and you know it's
4 years of relentless competition, the biggest question surrounding Conor McGregor has been whether he still possesses the hunger to compete at the highest level. Now, McGregor insists absolutely nothing has changed. He believes his confidence comes from something far greater than himself. More importantly, he says this long-awaited comeback was never meant to be a one-time appearance. Instead, Conor claims he's ready to become an active fighter again, hoping this return marks the exciting beginning of an entirely new chapter in his legendary UFC career.
Get rematch at the end of the year.
Max, down here to your left, dead here to your left there. You can't see me. Anyway, I feel like the consensus among most MMA fans, given Conor's layoff, is that you should walk right through him, particularly with your volume heavy style. How is it competing with the pressure of being the one who should come out with the victory?
I mean, that's crazy talk, right? A lot of people, a lot of fans is counting Conor out, which is crazy. I mean, a lot of people count Justin Gaethje out. I mean, this is different. Situations, right? But this guy has unlimited money. You know what I mean? He has a lot of connections. He's coming back from a crazy injury. He supposedly found God. His kids is going to be here at the fight. I saw Tim Grover in a picture with him. I don't know if that's the coach now, but he's doing all the right things. You know what I mean? So I'm getting ready for the most dangerous Conor McGregor we ever saw. And nobody's telling me otherwise, because once you start overlooking people, things don't go too well for you. I feel good. Strength, cardio, movement, everything that you said. I feel great. I know you guys have been following me on media and seeing what I've been doing. We bring in the former 170 champion Jack Della. Had great looks, had great training. We was only supposed to train together for a week. We loved it so much. He ended up staying for a second week, and I think so. Bringing him in was huge. You know, it was good fun, and we'll get to find out Saturday night. It's gonna be fun.
It is what it is.
Not want to be anywhere inside that octagon with me. I am dangerous everywhere.
You know, I know he's planning on deep waters. It's almost a bit disrespectful. I don't think.
As the debate surrounding Conor McGregor's comeback refuses to slow down, Max Holloway isn't making the same mistake as countless fans and analysts. While many see McGregor's extended layoff as his biggest weakness, Holloway believes overlooking a fighter of Conor's caliber could become a massive mistake. Instead of expecting a faded former champion, Max says his entire training camp has been built around preparing for the most dangerous version of McGregor imaginable. To make everything as realistic as possible, he even brought in reigning welterweight champion Jack Della Maddalena to sharpen his preparation. But McGregor instantly laughed off that strategy, insisting no training partner can truly recreate the explosiveness, power, unpredictability, or relentless intensity
I've taken in this camp that have been fuel to my fire. One, the greatest featherweight of all time, or, you know, this ranking system of the greatest featherweights, that I'd beaten these men and hadn't been in the list. How have I beaten these men easily and handily, and yet be kept from the list?
One of the reasons I think that you aren't in those conversations is not because your performances lacked anything. It's just there was a lack of performances. There was inactivity. And I think obviously...
Well, you know, yeah, that's a fair shout for sure. And I understand why. I understand the whys of it. It was not me. It was a fighter pulling out, or, you know, things of that nature that kind of led to it. So I understand it. However, I don't agree with it. You cannot get caught in all of this. What is the skill? Who is the best? Who is the greatest? Who is the best? And it is me. And the results show this. Yeah. I am the greatest featherweight since Bruce Lee. And on Saturday night, I will show it. Fight week, I won't be getting on a therapist's chair on fight week. Do you get me? Yeah. So I will need to keep that fire and that venom. Literally, that is what it will be. It will be venomous inside this octagon. And, you know, I'm an open book. What you see is what you get with me. I always try and...
As fight night creeps even closer, the respect between these former featherweight rivals is rapidly giving way to soaring confidence and fearless predictions. After spending nearly all of fight week refusing to overlook Conor McGregor, Max Holloway is finally making one thing crystal clear. He believes this is the perfect moment to remind everyone exactly why he continues building unstoppable momentum and why he deserves his place among the greatest featherweights in UFC history. With emotions boiling over on both determined sides, the war of words has officially transformed into a promise of violence once the
fact that he's coming back to fight so much, because it shows that he's a fighter in his heart. You know, me, I got to a certain level and I decided to walk away. You know, Conor, he's back. It shows that he's still that fighter despite having so much success. I'm rooting for him. Proud of Conor. I'm a massive fan. I think I will be for the rest of my life. You know, he has had a lot of struggles, ups and downs, just like I have, but he always gets back on his feet, which is a huge example.
After achieving almost everything the sport has to offer, many began questioning whether Conor McGregor still possessed the desire to keep fighting. But John Jones sees the situation completely differently. From his point of view, McGregor had every reason to walk away from the sport. Even so, Jones believes fighting still defines who Conor is today. In his eyes, stepping inside the cage isn't just something McGregor does, it's still an unshakable part of his identity.
Master at the martial arts, at the work, And, yes, Holloway fought Volkanovski 3 times. I watched some of the bouts. I watched the bouts at the time, and then I watched the most recent one only the other day. I've taken some good things from it for sure. So there you go. Two good fighters. 2 lesser fighters to the Mac. And I'm going to prove that here on Saturday night. There is an argument on this greatest featherweight of all time conversation. I'm excited to get in and showcase who really is the greatest featherweight of all time.
We are fighting at welterweight.
Conor McGregor isn't short on confidence heading into UFC 329. After studying Max Holloway's recent performances and looking back at their shared history in the featherweight division, the former 2-division champion believes this fight means far more than simply winning. In McGregor's eyes, it's another chance to remind the entire MMA world exactly where he belongs in the all-time featherweight conversation. As anticipation continues reaching new heights, with both men carrying legendary reputations.
Impressed with the way what he was talking about and how calm he seemed and how focused he seemed. I know it's just an interview, it doesn't really mean anything, but he's up against it, against an active guy like Max Holloway. But I think the thing is that power doesn't leave. He needs one shot and it can be over. So I'm more favouring towards a McGregor win, to be honest.
I can tell, but how does Holloway win this fight?
Holloway wins by just out-voluming him, being at the right spots at the right time. Very tall, lanky guy, using good footwork, using good timing. His timing is definitely going to be better because he's been fighting way more regular than McGregor. I think that there's definitely a possibility of Max Holloway picking him off and moving, but I would favour more towards McGregor.
As UFC 329 moves closer, opinions remain sharply divided, making this one of the toughest fights to predict. Tom Aspinall isn't ready to completely write off Conor McGregor. Despite spending years away from competition, Aspinall believes McGregor's explosive power still makes him an incredibly dangerous threat. At the same time,
the very best talent that is available, the best fighters in the world, and oftentimes beating them. Like, for example, his last fight, or his last victory, should I say, was against Dustin Poirier, the man that beat Conor not once, but twice in a row. Yes, for the BMF, he lost his BMF belt, which he took off Dustin Poirier, but he lost that to Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira took him down, okay? As simple as that. Took him down, took his back, right? Tried to choke him out. No shame in that. But Conor McGregor isn't going to do that.
Michael Bisping believes the biggest difference between these two fighters isn't talent, it's activity. While Conor McGregor has spent years away from the octagon, Max Holloway has continued battling the toughest competition available. Even so, Bisping points out this stylistic matchup is completely different from Max's most recent defeat, suggesting McGregor
to cut any weight. He should be able to walk in as natural as possible. His body shouldn't have to go through a massive weight cut to make 155 near damn 145. Neither does Conor McGregor. So I'm not really concerned about it being at 170. I think it's just, these guys are fighting at their natural weight. But with all that being said, I'm going to have to go with the blessed one, Max Holloway. He's just been active, even though it's been ups and downs. I like the athlete who's been active. I think this matchup is great. Even though Conor McGregor beat him the very first time when they fought moons ago, I think Max Holloway is ready for this fight. I think he's excited for this fight because I'm sure when you fight Conor McGregor, even if it's Paramount Plus, I'm sure it's red panty night for Max Holloway.
Meanwhile, the final predictions keep pouring in, and experts continue pointing to one crucial factor: activity. While both fighters are expected to perform better competing at a more natural weight, several analysts believe Max Holloway's constant time inside the cage gives him a slight edge. Although everyone remembers Conor McGregor winning their first meeting years ago, many believe this version of Max is far more experienced, confident, and prepared for a completely different challenge. The debate surrounding McGregor's comeback doesn't stop with former fighters.
Are we expecting to see a better Conor than someone that looked like Nate? Because Nate did not look good.
No, but Mike Perry did.
And
Mike Perry looked like a fucking murderer.
You know what I mean? Like
Mike Perry is a murderer.
He's a murderer.
And this is
such a savage.
You take a look at that, and when you're taking an older fighter, which Nate is now, and you're
21. You're 5 fucking years ago, July. So it literally will be 6 years.
Yep. But when
it'll be 5 years. It'll be 5 years.
When you're taking a younger fighter and putting them against the old dog, it normally doesn't end well for the old dog.
Well, the thing is about Max Holloway is, like, Max Holloway isn't
he's young.
that much younger
Yeah.
than Conor.
He's not.
But the thing is, Max has been in constant high-level competition the entire time. Won the BMF fight, beat Dustin, like constant high-level competition.
That's right.
It's a different thing.
And I honestly believe him at 155 is the best thing for him.
Absolutely.
But he's not 155 in this fight.
This is 170. But
yeah.
Joe Rogan and Daniel Cormier believe the biggest question isn't whether Conor McGregor has returned to compete for championships. The real issue is whether he can immediately perform at a championship level after such a lengthy layoff. While both respect McGregor's ability to change a fight with one explosive moment, they also value consistency, activity, and elite-level competition, pointing to Max Holloway's non-stop activity against top opponents as a major advantage. In their view, years of competing at the highest level could prove every bit as important as raw talent once the octagon door finally closes. Before shifting his focus to UFC 329, Joe Rogan pointed to one performance that perfectly explains why Max Holloway remains one of the smartest mixed martial artists in the sport. According to Rogan, Holloway doesn't rely only on pressure, cardio, or relentless volume striking. His greatest weapon is the incredible way he reads opponents and adjusts as every fight unfolds. Instead of forcing exchanges, Max patiently waits for the perfect opening before making changes that completely swing the momentum. Rogan believes that calmness under pressure and split-second decision-making are what separate Holloway from most elite fighters, making him an incredibly dangerous challenge for Conor McGregor despite all the hype surrounding